Former President Trump is also headed to the Tar Heel state this weekend, despite the historic indictment by a federal grand jury. This is linked to his handling of more than 100 classified documents that were discovered last year at his Mar-a-Lago resort in Florida. Now, moments before we came on the air, we learned that the case initially will be handled by Judge Eileen Cannon. She was nominated to the bench by Trump in 2020. NBC's Bree Jackson explains what we know about this indictment.
This marks the first time in U.S. history that a former president has been indicted on federal charges. NBC News has learned that at least one of the charges that former President Trump faces is related to the Espionage Act.
Mr. Trump, can we have
Former President Trump indicted on 7 criminal charges in connection to more than 100 classified documents seized from his Florida estate. Trump claiming innocence in this video posted online.
I did nothing wrong, and we will fight this out just like we've been fighting for 7 years.
The indictment is sealed, but 2 sources briefed on the matter say charges include false statements. His legal team says there's at least 1 charge related to the Espionage Act.
We'll see the indictment sometime between now and Tuesday afternoon, and we think that's the only indictment that we're facing.
A spokesperson for the special counsel declined to comment on the case. Experts say let the legal process play out.
It's not enough that you have a strong case. It is also important that the public understand that this is not selective prosecution, that this is not somebody who's singled out.
Trump allies are weighing in. On Twitter, House Speaker Kevin McCarthy called the indictment a dark day for the United States of America. GOP presidential challengers are also defending the frontrunner.
What we've seen over the last several years is the weaponization of the Department of Justice against the former president.
Trump insists the charges are politically motivated.
They're trying to destroy your reputation so they can win an election.
This marks the second time the former president has been indicted since he left office. And former President Trump is set to appear in a federal court in Miami on Tuesday. In Washington, Bree Jackson, NBC News.
Well, Republican officials here in North Carolina say Trump is still planning to speak at the state GOP convention in Greensboro tomorrow. Former Vice President Mike Pence and Florida Governor Ron DeSantis are also expected to address that convention. Now, experts say their appearances show just how important North Carolina is for candidates to test their message with voters. Now, coming up at 12:30, NC Capitol reporter Will Doran will give us some insight into what voters could hear.